Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Put where you're from in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Put where you're from in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Put where you're from in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Put where you're from in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Put where you're from in the chat. Delaware, Minnesota, what's up? Arkansas, Jackson, Georgia, what's up? The DMV rolling the coin. Tandem Artwork, what's up? Texas, Newark, New Jersey, Virginia, what's up? Cleveland, Ohio, Philly, Yamasee Indians, roll the coin. Soundwave, what's up? We know the truth now. Put where you're from, put the coin in the chat. Everybody follow everybody. Everybody follow everybody. Roll the coin. Palm Beach, Florida, what's up? Miss Trania, what's up? Jermaine, appreciate you, brother. Roll the coin, roll the coin. Chicago, Inglewood in the building. Roll the coin. Omar McGee. Now I'm gonna take some questions today. Today I'm gonna do some Q&A. And if y'all got any receipts, that y'all want to show, I'm gonna let you get up and put the receipts, and we'll go through them together and see what you got. So any receipts y'all got, y'all want to show me, or something y'all want to talk about, hop in the box. I'm gonna let you up, let you explain it, and that's what we gonna do. Jermaine, appreciate you, brother. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Yo, roll the coin. When I put the black glasses on, I'm ready to elaborate. I'm ready to go to the questions. When I put the glasses on, I'm ready to go to the questions. So any questions you got, any receipts you got, I want to look at. We can go over it, and we're gonna do our thing like that. Roll the coin. But I want to show y'all something. Now, I talked about this the other day before we get started on the Q&A. I talked about this the other day, right? About mummies found in Utah that are very similar to Sumerian mound builders, right? Very similar to Sumerian's mound builders. The truth is always in the detail, right? The details is it's the small things that these hunter-gatherers don't hide because they're not smart enough to hide it, right? It's the small things that you find out the truth that matches up to things found over here and things found in other places, and where did things come from, and were these things really true, right? So let's read about this. Roll the coin. Now, giant mummies, right? Ancient records, all right? Ancient Historical Research Foundation, John Brewer, who discovered a cave 60 years ago in central Utah that contained stone boxes and ancient records and giant mummies, right? Jessup would also delve into Brigham Young and Isaiah Marley, the ancient Sempete Valley, radiocarbon dating, academia, and unanswered questions. Utah's giant skeletons and hidden history of America, right? Now, I told you the truth is in the details. Now, they say John Brewer discovered a cave in Sempete County. He claimed contained two mummies that were considerably large in size, right? He also said that there had several boxes containing some type of records. Let's keep going. Now, fascinating thing Brewer did was draw a picture of the mummies that he said he saw before people came and took the mummies away, right? here they come with the red hair story and the woman and all the red hair story. Y'all know how they do that. They got to make these mummies look European. They got to make them look European. You know they got to do that. But let's keep going. Right, now these are the pictures of the mummies. These are the pictures of the mummies, right? The woman's crown looked like it was like an ancient ziggurat. Ziggurats are in Mesopotamia. So they said that her headdress looked like an ancient ziggurat, which is a mound headdress, right? Ziggurat is a mound. A sacred building of cultures in the Middle East. So they saying these people look like the people that was buried in the Middle East, mound builders from the Middle East that they called the Anunnaki, which were not no aliens, they were people. But these people are the same people as the people found in ancient Samaria, right? Because they got on ziggurats, and it seems like the same culture as the Middle East, the old Middle East, right? Now let's get into a quick detail. Now, roll the coin. Let me see. Now, here go the detail I want y'all to look at. Here's the detail I want you guys to look at, right? In the cave, Brewer said he found metal records in boxes, chest covered with tar and pine needles. Chest covered with tar and pine needles, right? So they find some type of chest covered in black tar, the same way Egyptians done it. Egyptians covered a sarcophagus in black tar and pine needles, right? Now let's go to Samaria. Let's go to Samaria and see that they do the same thing. The truth is always in the small details. Let's go to Samaria and see they do the same thing. Roll the coin. Sumerians utilize bitumen, a natural occurring petroleum substance that is essentially tar, people. Tar. Sumerians use tar in their burial practices. Tar in their burial practices. Let's go back to Utah. Utah mummies. Chest covered with tar. Roll the coin. Do you see how the details is very, very interesting? Because these are small details that shouldn't have nothing to do with each other if these people were not connected some type of way. You see what I'm saying? So I always knew that Egyptians used tar on sarcophagus and on top of mummies and stuff like that. And I just knew that from old books I read. And when I see these people in Utah found the mummies with tar and pine needles, then we go to Samaria. Their burial practices, essentially tar in their burial practices, construction of coffins and as mortar, right? Coffins were often made of brick and laid in bitumen. Bitumen is tar. You make the coffin of brick, stone brick, coffin, you rub it down in this bitumen, which is tar. Same thing went on in Utah. Chest covered with tar, pine needles. Same thing. I told y'all. The mound builders, the mound building culture are the so-called Anunnaki people. They trying to make them some type of aliens. They trying to make them look like they from Samaria. But that culture was over here too. That culture was here too, people. Roll the coin. Now let's zoom in. Here go the king, a drawing of the king. They said they found before the mob came and took the mummies and they never were seen again. Right? Here go the king, right here. And here go the queen. Here go the queen. Now they got some type of dragon. Right? Some type of dragon. There might be the Piazza. There might be the Piazza dragon. That's what I kind of think that is. Either that's the Piazza dragon or the double-headed serpent for Earth and the underworld. It's one of the two, but I'm still studying this because it's some artifacts. It's some artifacts to this. These artifacts right here, I got to get a good look at. I got to find some better pictures that I can blow these up so I can kind of see what's on these artifacts. But this is very interesting. Um, in the ones in Utah, they found tar on the mummification and on the casket of the records. They had boxes of records with tar, and they done that same thing in Samaria, ancient Samaria. And I just want to show y'all this type of stuff because don't nobody talk about this. And this is very, you have to understand that certain cultures did certain things, and where did it come from, and what is the connection between that. So I want to take some questions, man. Y'all hop in the box, give me some questions, show me some receipts. Let me look over some of the stuff. We can kind of bounce the information back and forth. So if you have any questions about anything, put it in the chat or hop in the box. Roll the coin. And another thing, I want y'all to give me some ideas of some things that y'all been studying that I can look into, and I can kind of elaborate on some things that you guys be studying also. Because like I say, I like to coexist with the people with what's interesting and what's new and what's thing because I've been seeing a lot of people studying a lot of different things lately. That's very, very interesting, and I be wanting to hear y'all take on some of this stuff, and y'all just let me know about it. Hop in the guest box or shoot it in the comments, because this is all of our knowledge. Like I said, all this knowledge, we have to combine it some type of way. Like I'm gonna start doing it every Friday. Every Friday on my live, I'm gonna start letting people come up, show the receipts that they researched this week, and then I'm gonna put it on my YouTube so we can kind of, somewhere we can chop it up together where ain't no egos, ain't nobody trying to force no information. We're gonna let everybody speak their piece and put their receipts up and plead their case to what they see in certain areas of the country and certain things that everybody might not know. You know what I'm saying? Because all about all of our information coming together to form a database of things that's going on in our country, right? So every Friday, I'm gonna start keep coming up, letting everybody talk. Give me one good receipt. We're gonna go over it. Then we're gonna get to the next person. Roll the coin. Tougher. Let me get one question, one comment. Or you got a receipt? We could drop a receipt.
Yo, what up, G? What
Yo,
up?
what's up, bro?
Well, I'm gonna show some tablets that been found in Mexico.
Okay, let's do it. You know how to pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Now in the comments, y'all reference what y'all know about what he's showing, so we can kind of build on the information. So every Friday I'm gonna do this. Roll the coin. This is a way for us to coexist with each other. What each other got going on with the teachings of our history, and we can learn way more from collaborating with each other than somebody just forcing information and their opinion on everything. Because one opinion is not enough for this
Hold on, it's
huge.
loading. My pictures aren't loading up. Hold on.
I think you got to hit the camera, then you hit the picture, then you hit save. It's something like that. I think you hit the camera, then the green screen picture, then you go to the picture and hit save. Something like that. Put the coin in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Let me see. So you go to there you go. There you go. Now hit the picture and hit save, and it'll pop up.
Did it not load? Hold on.
It's not loading them up.
Hold on.
Go back to where you were just at with the camera popping up. I mean with the green screen popping up. It's somewhere up in there.
Hold on, it's taking a while to load it again. I think it's that.
So you had the green screen up. I know there was a screen where you can load it up. It's down now. So go back to camera, then go to the green screen.
Oh, it's already up.
Then you save it in after you get from the green screen. Okay, there you go right there. There you go. There you go.
These are from Mexico.
Okay. Mayan.
Yeah, or Aztec, I think.
Might be Aztec. Okay. Now, what you want to elaborate on this about? I see a lot of.
A lot of these have been carbon dated like 20K years plus, I think.
So what? These are from Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I saw the top one, but I never saw the bottom one.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of them actually like digging them out of the dirt. There's also like Sumerian figurines, like
Hmm.
straight up Sumerian, like with the Babylonian wings, you know?
The
With
old kingdom wings with the circle. Yeah.
no, with- yeah, the like the Sumerian head with the wings and the like a lion body or something like that.
Hmm.
Hold on, let me try to find those.
You talking about like the griffin?
Yeah, but with
Hmm.
the Sumerian human head.
Yeah. Yeah. See, my research led me to think that comes from the Piazza bird of North American mound builders.
Yeah, I've been hearing you talk about that.
Yeah. And I think it comes from like Draco, the star alignment, Draco the dragon. A lot of that stuff is hooked to Draco.
Hold on. Yeah, there's also a book called La Cara Oculta de Mexico by
Mhm.
JJ Benitez.
Yeah, I saw that.
He didn't believe they were real, so he went and tested them, you know?
He tested the artifacts, right?
Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
cause some showed like the Virgin Mary like being venerated by the Aztecs and the aliens. Hold on. Let me show one of those.
Yeah, I never saw the results of those him testing those artifacts. I never found it. Cause see, a lot of these artifacts, as around Aztec Inca time, a lot of that stuff was messed with. Because a lot of Spaniards was already over here mixing in with these people. So a lot of those artifacts, they really got to test those to see if they legit. Because a lot of artifacts start coming up with all type of crazy stuff on it around Aztec time.
Some of them it's not letting me because it says the minimum size of the image.
They're not big enough. I mean, not big screen. Okay, is this it right here?
Yeah, that's one of them. There's quite a few of them.
Now, see, this one is very interesting. See, this is what I mean right here. Some of these artifacts are Spanish knowledge mixed with indigenous stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because why is the Virgin Mary, which it could be a representation of ISIS or something.
Well,
It
they
could
say
be
they took the Virgin Mary from Donatzin, and like so
And it could be a representation of the
They
mother.
painted her white, basically.
Yeah. Could be a representation of the mother goddess also, which the mother goddess is connected to to creation and agriculture, fertility. Could be that.
There's a guy that he has a TikTok on here, and he actually digs them up himself. I don't know how he gets the knowledge where to go dig and stuff, but he does it. And also, I've also seen some of them go into pyramids
Yeah.
and actually find these artifacts.
Yes, I got to look into those. But that last one was great because either it represents the mother goddess with fertility of the land, or it's a mixture between indigenous culture and some type of religious culture put together. But once the people start mixing, they mixed ancient culture with new, Christianity cultures, and they put this stuff on artifacts. But I have to look into those. I appreciate you for showing me that, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me see who else I got in there. Toya, what's up?
Am I still up here?
Yep. Thank you, Tougher Dane. Appreciate you a lot, bro.
I'm gonna show one. I'm gonna show one more.
Hold on, let me pull you back up, dude. Got one more?
Yeah, hold on.
One second, Toya. Everybody mute your thing out, Toya. So I can hear the other.
There's a lot of them to choose from, to be honest.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we got the we have to try to find out when this stuff was made, or when it's supposed to have been made. And because a lot of things, if they're made in a certain time, it's a certain stigma on top of these artifacts.
A lot of them aren't popping up because of the
No.
size.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you can't see it, but on the side, it looks like
I see it.
the people holding the baby aliens looks like Nefertiti, the Egyptian.
In the middle or at the bottom?
On the sides,
I can't see the
Nefertiti's
sides.
holding alien babies,
I can't see the sides. I see the middle.
like an Egyptian with the Nefertiti headdress.
Yeah, see, I can't see this. All I can see is the middle of it, like the.
Yeah, I mean, it's not letting me. Let's see. Put me on the small one, on the small screen. See if it shows. Did it kick me out?
No, you're on the small screen.
Oh, it's not, you're on the big screen on mine. Like it's on the.
Yeah, we can't see the whole thing on the big screen. It's the big screen right here.
All right. Hey, but someone's knocking. I'll let you guys go.
All right, thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'm gonna check into those.
Y'all enjoy y'all.
You too, bro. You too, bro. See them artifacts right there. I gotta check the credibility on those, cause, like I say, through my research around Aztec, Inca time, a lot of artifacts were put together, and see that stuff it look old, but it don't look old. You see what I'm saying? And this, I don't know. I got to check on those. Appreciate you for showing them, though. Those artifacts don't show up in the real registry of artifacts. Dude just digging them up out of nowhere. It's kind of strange. Roll the coin. I don't know about them. All right. T. Williams, what up? You got a question, comment, or receipt? To the 1920s car maker? 1920s. T. Williams, what up, brother? Yo. You ain't ready. Anybody else got any more receipts or question or anything, hop in the guest box. But see, a lot of stuff like that right there. Um, it shines the light on alien type of ideology. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of them things be man made from newer people, newer cultures. They don't come from the ancient culture. They be coming from like people mixed in with the tribe or got ideology from Europe and bring it over here and mixed in with the Aztec. Then they make a Aztec and Inca aliens. I done seen a whole bunch of them, but they're never credible to the point to where they are made to be real artifacts. Seminole blood, what's up? One question, one comment, or you got a receipt you want to show? Yo, yo.
What it do, big bro?
What's up, bro?
What it do? Hey, what? Hey, man. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
What you got going on, big bro? I mean, I'm used to you dropping the knowledge, but the last couple of days, boy, listen.
Yeah.
You got something going on, like you.
I can't hear you, bro.
The last 3-4 days.
Yeah.
The last 3-4 days, you been hitting with a vengeance. The last 3-4 days.
Yeah, man. It's getting to the point now, man. It's getting to the point now. When I used to study this stuff, I just put the knowledge out there, for people to seek and people get an understanding out of it. And it was just really just to show the people and let people go in there and research it and think about it. But now it bothers me because this stuff is so real and so true, and it's and I'm more empowered because I noticed, back in the days, you going through this stuff, you like, man, this could be true, this might not be true. I always research with the intent of using the truth. You see what I'm saying? So now, as I done went through so many artifacts, so many books, so much stuff, it's true, bro. And it bothers me, and I teach it with a passion because I know it's true. So now, the last couple of days when I've been talking about Capitol buildings with limestone that come from mound building areas with quarries, it bothered me because our people built them buildings. And I'm sitting here showing people where the material came from that actually built the building. So I just been going hard with it because that's just proof of where the material come from, who are the people connected to the materials that make the Capitol buildings, and we got to really look into that instead of talking about Tartarian buildings and old buildings and the buildings we're here. Where did the material come from? Who are the people who dealt with that material thousands of years ago? What is their culture? Look at the buildings. Go back and find the old pics of the buildings and put all this stuff together because ain't nobody putting all it together. They're just saying the building old, but who built it? What did they believe in? What did they use? Like, what were they buried with? Were they buried with tools that you can use to chisel out stones like that? Yes, they were. So this stuff bothers me because the real history, man, is just so they dumb it down, but it's right there in our face, bro. It's right there in our face. So I've been going hard lately.
My bad, bit, bro. I don't know what happened just then, but yeah, bro. That live that I've been following you for a while, bit, bro.
Yeah,
And that live that you had dropped, bro, when you dropped your family lineage and stuff like that,
yeah.
you went extra hard on that one there. That one there,
But they were
listen.
playing. They were playing with me talking about some Moors, bro. No,
they
don't play with me like
they were playing on your top for real, gang.
that.
They were playing on it. They were playing. Hey, listen, that one right there. I was like, I don't know if you saw me, but I put in the chat. I said, please put that on YouTube.
Yeah,
Put that one there on YouTube.
I put it on YouTube.
That one there got to go on YouTube.
Yeah.
See that one right there? He showed 200 and something of his family members on one farm. Like, If that don't say that right there was a gem.
That's a gem. Exactly.
That's a gem. That's better than any type of history you could get taught in the white T man school.
Exactly.
I'm just telling you,
That,
straight up.
that goes against everything they teach us. If we are snatched from Africa, made slaves with without our families, maybe we got 1 or 2 or 5 or 6. Ain't no way 200 people of the same lineage and the same last name and bloodline live on a farm in Mississippi with slavery going, with people getting brought from Africa to here. So that proves the people are from here and they grew here, and the family was so large that it couldn't be
Point blank period.
no slave trade involved in it.
There's no way. 202 family members on one land, on a farm, running the farm, living together, and they slave. No, that don't add up.
It don't add up.
It just don't work like that.
Exactly.
1 + 1 = 2, baby.
1 + 1 = 2. And that's the type of stuff we got to look at. We ain't got to necessarily find that they put Choctaw or Creek or Seminole or something on the paperwork. All you got to do is find all your family members in one land. A whole bunch of them.
Point blank period.
And they can prove you didn't come over here on no boat because they would have been separated, y'all, if you did. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
and the thing is, you was showing receipts. See, everybody in the chat, I see y'all saying y'all need to see it and all that. You go to his YouTube. Go to his YouTube. Put that video. He was showing straight receipts. This is the thing. This man was showing receipts. Receipt God. ERG in the chat. Like my boy be saying, you hear me? My boy was dropping straight receipts.
And I dare some of these people who be with this knowledge put their history up there like this, because they're gonna go right back to somewhere else, and but they don't want to do that because they gonna pop up.
See, yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
I see a lot of people ain't really connected to this stuff. They just talking about it, but you're not connected to it, so it don't even.
The YouTube the same, y'all. We know the truth now. My fault, bro. I see the chat time. We know the truth now. Go to the YouTube.
We know the truth now. The link is in my bio on TikTok. With the red logo, you just search "We Know the Truth" now. I appreciate you, bro.
I'm telling you,
appreciate that a lot, bro.
For real, I appreciate you, gang. For real,
man. Y'all follow Seminole Blood. Follow Seminole Blood. Roll the corn. Roll the corn. I dare. See, this the thing. All these fake people can come with some type of DNA test, but what about your immediate last 200 years genealogy, right? What about your genealogy when that state that your people are from became a state? 1800s. Where your people there when that place became a state? Where your people all living in one spot together on farms? Was your people nativity from that state? You see what I'm saying? So guys be talking that shit on the internet, but can you go in there and show your grandmama, your great-grandmama, your great-great-grandmama and granddaddy, your great-great-great-grandmama and them granddaddy in that state, native to that state? Can you do that? Can you do that? Because a lot of these people, 1 generation, 2 generations back, they ass coming from Europe. They ass coming from Scotland. They ass coming from goddamn, they coming from Spain. See, I know who ain't connected to this. I already know who ain't. Roll the coin. I can feel it. I can tell. Knowledge is knowledge at the end of the day, but are you connected to it? Simple. That makes a big difference. Because now you teaching from the soul. You teaching from connection. You ain't teaching just to be on here trying to get no gifts on no live. See, that's just, you know, that's still cultural assimilation. If you are using our information to get a following and you're not connected to it, that still is a part of cultural assimilation. Because you're gonna put your views on it when it don't connect to you. And that ain't the way this shit supposed to get taught. That's why I don't even be listening to other people no more. I don't want to hear that shit no more, bro. You better be coming from the red clay. I ain't fucking with it. I don't want to hear no knowledge from you. You You're not grounded in that knowledge. You just reading other books and watching YouTube, trying to get some information to spit. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I don't care who you are, what land you're from, what you claiming, who you supposed to be. How big your following is, I don't care nothing about that, bro. All I care about is there was an original people and an original culture. We are still here. If you are not a part of it, you can't be on here trying to act like you're a part of it. You better teach it from the outside looking in. Don't teach it from the inside looking out. Because I ain't trying to hear that shit. And I will say something to anybody. Ain't nobody exempt. We let these people make it too long, bro. They act like we don't have no culture, but y'all making money off all our culture. Y'all spitting our culture's knowledge because you ain't got no culture. I'm sick of that shit. Roll the coin. I ain't going for it no more. Anybody can get it. Anybody could bet that 50,000. Anybody can get it. Not just Umar Johnson. Billy Carson can get it. All these niggas can get it, man. For real. Because this shit is serious, bro. Like, you just not finna play on how people talk, bro. And go over there and eat some damn steak and shrimp off my people, off my people's devastating history. And you ain't even a part of it. You just on the outside looking in trying to kick knowledge. You the police, nigga. If you are telling a story from outside the story, you is watching the story snitching. You ain't even in the building. If the trap house door get kicked in and you wasn't in the trap house, you don't know what happened in the trap house. You are assuming what the YT people told you what was going on in the trap house. Therefore, you wasn't in the house. Therefore, don't speak on what happened in the house because your ass wasn't in there. Wasn't no heat on you. Wasn't nobody breathing down your ancestors' back trying to unalive them, bro. Your ancestors came on a boat, nigga. Roll the coin. And I don't care who don't like it. You ain't the information. Information comes from the horse's mouth. That's what I was taught. The information comes from the information. The information don't come from no outside information, bro. No. So you a cultural simulator. Simple. Certain shit you don't even supposed to say. Yeah, let's go back 5 generations of these people bloodlines, see where the fuck they come from. Everywhere. Everywhere. Motherfucker coming from goddamn Morocco and they German and they French and roll the coin. I ain't playing no more, bro. Anybody can get it. At first, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. At first, I was gonna be cool, but you can't be cool with anybody culturally assimilating a culture. You can't be cool with them. You know why? Because at some point, they real feelings and history gonna come out of them. They're gonna get a big ego. They're gonna think they a god. They're gonna think they a damn pharaoh. They're gonna think they fucking Thoth, or they're gonna think they the king of the fucking Moroccan Empire. They're gonna get to thinking that shit, and then they're gonna get to teaching some bullshit, and then here we go. We got a big ego. Same way ancient kings took other people's culture and culture assimilated them. Niggas still doing this shit today. Trying to power up off something my people done. Y'all on the power went up over with, bro. Go teach your culture. Stop trying to power up off the original people of the earth culture, bro. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all harvesting energy from my culture, bro. By lying. If your family from somewhere else, you need to tell the truth. Maybe we'll respect you. Don't just try to be the the information, if you ain't always connected to it, nah, bro. Hell nah. I ain't going for that. Roll the coin. No more. No more. I don't care if none of them people don't like me. We not finna teach aliens. We not finna culture assimilate our culture from outside influences who just happen to know a little knowledge and think they just gonna hop on in. Let me hop on in with the Negroes. Let me come to the barbecue. You can't come to the barbecue, big dog. Our people created barbecue, not yours. Roll the corn. See, to be honest with y'all, it's so much, it's storytelling at this point. This shit has become a fucking movie, bro. It's just storytelling and mythology and acting like you this and acting like you that. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You ain't listening to your own people. They more connected to this shit than you. This has become a game, bro. A money grab. This has become a money grab culture. This ain't no fucking money grab culture, bro. I ain't with that shit, bro. My spirit is bothered by that, bro. I'm telling you how I feel. My spirit bothered. It's too many people. It's too many people, bro, that don't come from the culture talking about the culture, trying to teach it. That ain't how this go, bro. Ain't how this go. It's too many people reading mythology books, teaching mythology. That ain't how this go. Too many people forcing deities on people, bro. Forcing deities on people. It ain't how this go. Our people had no idols. Why would the fuck I want to be a deity if the real original people of the earth had no idols? They let me know right there you ain't from the culture. I'm not finna call myself no fucking Thoth. I'm not calling myself no Inky. I'm not calling myself no Imhotep. I'm not calling myself no goddamn Seti. I'm not calling myself no fucking idols. My name is Truth. That's it. That's all you get. My mama named me Brian. I go by B. But ain't no idols on I ain't finna be naming myself no idol, bro. That ain't the original culture. Come on, man. Anybody trying to be a fucking idol is a hunter-gatherer. No matter what you think they know or don't know. Anybody trying to be an idol is a hunter-gatherer. Hunter-gatherers claim idols. Stick men, cavemen, squirrel eating, snail eating, not pure blood beings. Grab idols. They want to put idols on us. They want us to worship the idols. That's why they put it on us so hard. Please worship these idols, melanated people, please. So we can halfway control y'all. Please worship the idols, please. Ain't no different from somebody saying they Jesus Christ and somebody saying they Thoth, bro. Ain't no difference. Ain't no different from somebody saying they Haru or Jesus, bro. Ain't no difference. Haru is a teacher, not a person, not a being. Horus is a representation of something. Thoth is a representation of something. When they say Thoth brung the old mix, that means knowledge brung the old mix. Not no being bringing no old mix. Knowledge brought the old mix over there. I read that in the book. Thoth brought the old mix to Africa, to Egypt. No, knowledge brought old mix people, to American people to over there. So we're not trying to be no idols, bro. Y'all, anybody trying to do that is lost. Anybody claiming a king or queen that came from any other land to be their idol is not my people. I'm sorry. Y'all can have that, bro. I understand you was a kid and then nobody listened to you. Now you got a couple listeners and you got a big ego. I understand that. I understand you got a little TikTok fame. That's cool. Little YouTube fame. That's cool. But Truth now ain't trying to hear that shit. Roll the corn. We cannot learn nothing from nobody claiming to be something that they are not. That is an inside thing that's fucked up. That's mental illness. That is that's fried, man. Fried, died, and laid to the motherfucking side, man. Motherfucking side, man. Roll the corn. In Ohio, there are moon alignments on the ground. Mound builders put moon alignments on the ground, people. That is a representation of Thoth. Wisdom of moon alignments for agriculture. They turned that into a fucking bird with a long beak representing the moon. Now, if you don't know that, and you just think this shit, them people real, and they flying from here to Africa with green tablets, you fucking tripping. Roll the corn. Let's get back to reality, man. It's too much fantasy world shit going on out here, bro. Let's get back to what the ancestors taught. Not what you taught, what the ancestors taught. It's about what the ancestors taught. Not what no nigga taught that just read a book 3 years ago. No, we ain't going for that. No, bro. Not me. Roll the corn. I'm dead serious, man. I'm bothered because these are the people that's going to lead our people astray. Always talking about the light cycle, but you lead them to the dark cycle. Thoth in the underworld. Moon alignments are in the underworld. So if you don't know no better, okay. See what I'm saying, bro? You don't know no better. You don't know no better, bro. Thoth in the underworld. How the fuck you the light cycle? See what I'm saying? You see what these people be trying to teach on the low? It don't go together, big dog. Thoth is not over the horizon of the sun. He's under the horizon. It's just moon knowledge. Celestial alignments at night with the moon. Agriculture goes along with that also. That's why the mound builders in Ohio is putting it on the ground. The Sumerians were putting it on the ground with mounds. They believed in moon alignments. Egyptians believed in sun alignments. Mound builders of North America had moon and sun alignments. So all of it came from here, but you don't take it and turn it into a deity and then claim to be the deity. Nah, bro. Hell no, fool. Is you tripping? See, I know a lot of people be wanting a lot of extravagant information, and they want the aliens, and they want the reptilians, and they want the damn the celestial gods who came down and fathered all of the man. I know y'all want to hear about that bullshit. Some people like that shit. Tiamat and all of that shit. Tiamat is the primordial waters, bro. Let me break Tiamat down. I've been hearing her name running around the internet. Tiamat is the primordial waters that recede off the primordial mound. So Tiamat is just a representation of damn near, what's the Egyptian god? Nut? Primordial waters recede, primordial mound pops up, man comes out. Tiamat is just the primordial waters before the earth was dried up. That's just a representation of that, right? People trying to make Tiamat a damn alien and all this extra shit. Calm down, y'all. Calm down. If you know history, 9 times out of 10, we came from single-cell organisms out of the ocean, people. 9 times out of 10. If anything makes sense, this makes sense to me. Single-cell organisms multiply. They are in the water. The water dries up. Primordial water dries up on primordial land. Single-cell organism grows on the land. You get some type of being of earth, of the water receding on dry land. Now you have a dry land being. So the primordial water is Tiamat. This is the Egyptian creation story. This is the damn Choctaw creation story. All this stuff, the same stuff. Water recede, mound, earth, man. That's the primordial water. Now, whatever name you want to call it in the Middle East, whatever name you want to call it in Egypt, it's all the same. It's the creation story. Water and earth is the basis of the creation story. Let's get away from all this old extracurricular activity information, bro. Roll the coin. So Tiamat is a representation of the primordial waters. That's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Now, all the extra shit they put in there in the mythology books that come from over there is extra. Right? The mother goddess information comes along in there too. So I'm gonna break all this down one day. I gotta show the receipts to go to it. But we gotta start understanding that our people were using certain words and certain things to describe certain things of nature, people. It was all nature-based, but it became alien-based because hunter-gatherers put their hands on it. I'm going to break all that down. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to break all this stuff down. The creation story, I'm going to break it down. So because when you hear this in other cultures, you'll understand what they're trying to say, right? I want y'all to clear your mind and get back to the basics of the knowledge. Once you get to the basics of the knowledge, you can understand everything somebody is saying. You can tell if somebody lying. You can tell if somebody reaching. You can tell if they're not connected to nothing. If you deny a certain thing, you're not connected to it. You deny that the mother goddess, you're not connected to it. You deny that there were ancient people that was so-called called holy around the world, and they gave them names like Hebrew, you're not connected to it. It ain't what the name is. It's who are the people they are talking about. Fuck the name. They can call me anything. Long as they say the dude with the truth, yeah, call me anything, but I'm still the same. Anybody can make a name up in history and call the people, bro. That don't mean they are fake. They just mean they've been around so long, they were called by different names. We've been around our life and we've been called different names. Imagine being around 10,000 years. Yeah, they're going to call you a whole bunch of names around this planet. Now do you understand what I'm trying to say? So all of that, they made this word up. The Greek made this word. Latin made that word. We don't give a damn. They were watching us, giving us names, because we were great people to watch. Ain't nobody ever got no name if ain't nobody wasn't watching them. You watch great people and you put it down in historical texts about great people. Whatever name you call me, that don't mean we are fake, or that don't mean that name didn't go through history and still pop up today. Because somebody had to be there for you to call them Atlanteans. Somebody had to be there for you to call them Hebrews. Somebody had to be there for you to call them God's chosen people. They had to do a certain thing that was amazing for you to even give them these type of names. Them names proved to me that when you went over there, they gave you a name from their land because you are not from there. That happened right now. If I go to California, somebody might call me a country boy. See what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that because that's what the world does. They call people different names from different areas and different things they do, the way they dress, the way they act. That's just human culture. Now, if you can't understand that, you're not connected to this. You think Israelites and Hebrew just popped up from out of nowhere, everything just fake? You fake. They called those people these names when they came to their land, or something that those people taught became their name, bro. If I'm teaching Isis and Ra and El Asar, you might call me Israel, right? If I'm so connected to nature, I got to be God's chosen people. You're going to call me God's chosen people. I'm too connected to water, earth, and the sky. All this stuff ain't just made up, bro. Ain't no deity bigger than another one. Roll the coin. So we have to understand that we have to come and learn from the original people and the original teachings. That's it. Can't do no more, can't do no less. Roll the coin. That's what I'm on. Dot Nino, what's up? Let me get one question, one comment. Or a receipt if you got one.
What's going on, my guy, man? Tapping in with you again. I appreciate. I know you hear me.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, yeah, I appreciate everything. You already know I fuck with you. But look, I was just trying to ask some information from the chat because I asked about like Christ, and then somebody said it represent connected consciousness. Then one lady said it represent the constellation, the celestial. I don't even know what that means. So I'm just trying to get an understanding of what do the cross represent, because I'm at a crossroad right now. So I'm just trying to get an understanding of what do the cross represent.
Christ consciousness comes from a celestial alignment in the sky. Christ consciousness is stars aligning around December the 22nd. And then when those stars align, they made that Christ. So it comes from the ancient culture, which aligned stars for time to store agriculture. So let's say the winter solstice. The winter solstice is Christ. People praised it because they showed them it was time to store the crops for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they come from. They come from Haru.
So basically, they put
Sirius aligning with the sun. on December 22nd.
So basically, they put Jesus in front of it and gave us like somebody to worship. But
Let me explain. It started with the winter solstice star alignment, right? So study the winter solstice star alignment, and the stars just in that star alignment became Isis, Osiris, and Haru. Then Isis, Osiris, and Haru became God, Jesus, and Virgin Mary. See what I'm saying?
yeah, okay.
So study the winter solstice, the stars that align for the winter solstice. They gave those stars names, and when they got passed down through history, they become Isis, the mother goddess.
So
Haru,
the cross not necessarily a bad thing, is it?
No.
So that's why I don't get why somebody was like, "You
It's a
lost."
star cross. In the sky, you're gonna see the star cross with the sun behind on the winter solstice. That's what.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I got a vision of what you're talking about.
It's Christ rising. This. See, God consciousness comes from, can I read the star alignment and change the seasons and grow agriculture?
Right.
Old men put the corn or the saint symbol on their head because they believe they were enlightened by, they know astrology of when to plant the corn, right?
Yeah.
So you put the corn on your head as an enlightenment tool to represent that when the spring equinox come, which we have festival during the spring equinox,
Right.
we are enlightened because we could read the stars to plant our crops.
Okay. All right, I got it. That was all I wanted, man. I appreciate it, bro.
I'm just gonna break it all the way down. I'm gonna keep speaking on it though. Donino, appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it, bro, for
No
sure.
doubt. Now, in ancient times, see, we think enlightenment today is talking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the original enlightenment. The original enlightenment is, can I read the stars to plant my agriculture, to feed my people? Therefore, if I can feed my people, we can build structures and build cities and grow healthy communities and teach and keep passing this knowledge down so our people can survive on this planet, bro. This teaching go back to survival. This ain't no shit where we just kicking knowledge, brain banging. We got to learn this knowledge to survive on the planet, or we gonna starve, bro. Or we not gonna be able to build nothing to protect us from enemies, right? So when I look at mound builder knowledge and old mix and Mississippians, the biggest knowledge you could acquire back then was astrology, earth together. So if I could read the spring equinox out of the sky, I can plant my crops, right? If I can read the lunar alignment from a certain area, I can plant my crops to the lunar alignment at night, depending on which one you want to do. So the spring equinox became the festival. That's the first festival. That is the so-called New Year's Day of agriculture. So when it's time the day before the spring equinox, we pop out in the morning. We have a festival to celebrate the new year and the spring and the time to put the crops in the ground. We celebrate. We go out there and plant the seeds. We sow the seeds. Now, the all-seeing eye comes from the harvest, right? When Sirius, the sun, the mound or the pyramid align, Helixtial rising. Helixtial rising is the Sirius rising up in front of the sun over the temple, over the pyramid, over the mound. That is the all-seeing eye. That is the most celebrated thing in our culture because that is harvest time. The crop has came in to feed my little ones. We're not going to starve to death during the winter. We are not going to be over here malnourished If I can feed my people will get stronger and better and more knowledgeable. In old times, you'll find a hunter-gatherer by himself or one or two of them, dead in a cave or dead in the bottom of a lake. They had no culture, no civilization. They are going to die from starvation. They have no protection. They don't know where their next meal coming from. We're talking about BC times now, not today. If you know where your meal coming from in BC times, you are enlightened. You work the earth, the stars, the water, and the crops. You figured it out to feed your people. You are self-sufficient on the earth. You are not worried about death. Now you are worried about once you get that in you, you get enlightened. Now, the Christ consciousness comes from the winter solstice. Certain stars aligned in the winter solstice, which became, like I said, Haru, Isis, and Osiris, right? Now, when it rise up in the winter, it looked like a cross in the sky with the sun behind it. That became the cross, the X, things like that, right? Now you can store your crops for the winter and survive in brutal winters on the earth. That was celebrated, people. We're going to celebrate when we put the crops in the ground. We're going to celebrate the harvest, and we're going to celebrate that we have food stored for the winter for our people to survive on this earth. That's where all the knowledge come from. All of it. Every star that go along with these agricultural alignments became gods around the world. Sirius became Haru. Osiris, Orion's belt, and Orion's belt became Osiris. The Pleiades became the seven sisters. You see where I'm going with this? So now, our people studied these stars for so long that they created stories about these stars. But it's an inside joke. The inside joke is, we're going to say Haru, Osiris, and Isis. We are still talking about agriculture, us praising agriculture stars. That's all we're talking about, but we're going to make a story out of it. Right? Hunter-gatherers get the story out of mounds and pyramids and all of that and think that story is true. Now they running around talking about Thoth and Isis and Haru. We talking about star alignments and moons and different things come out the sky. But hunter-gatherers don't know that. They think we talking about a real people. They think Enki and Gilgamesh are real people. They are the Gemini stars. Damn fool. Enki and Gilgamesh fighting the lion in the underworld is the Gemini right behind Taurus under the horizon of the sun. But hunter-gatherers don't know no better. You already stealing knowledge and unaliving the people, so you don't even know what that stuff means. So your culture grow after stolen knowledge, thinking that y'all know something, but really y'all are talking about beings created off and animals created off star alignments. Because it wasn't written for y'all ass in the first place. That's why this stuff bothers me. So when I get people talking about things that come from star alignments, thinking they can really tell the fucking story, it bothers me because you a hunter-gatherer. You still reading it like you stole it from Egypt, like you stole it out the mounds on the Mississippi. You still reading it like a hunter-gatherer who stole stuff from the old mix. You still reading it like a hunter-gatherer from 800 years ago. Because you're not enlightened. You You think you enlightened. You're not enlightened. You are a part of the circus if you are believing in a story we made up talking about our ancient agriculture star alignments. So you steady screaming Thoth. Our people created that for moon alignments to grow crops. You around here thinking you got Thoth power. You damn fool. You around here thinking Enki and Enlil are real. Enlil is the northern hemisphere stars. Enki is the southern hemisphere stars. Enlil and Anu got the same story as Jesus. Haru got the same story as Jesus. So if you believe in Enlil and you dissing Jesus, you a hunter-gatherer. Billy Carson. How you gonna diss the Bible? And the Bible, what came from mound builders from Samaria? Star alignments, nigga. You not enlightened. You ain't nobody to me, bro. Y'all niggas ain't nobody to me, bro. You don't teach your people that. Enlil got a connection with Jesus, just like Haru do. Them stories went through Samaria, through Egypt, and there go you, and hunter-gatherers got the knowledge, and there go the Bible. So how you gonna diss one, and it came from the other one? See, but you don't know that, though. You don't know that, though. Roll the coin. Roll the coin. Everything in the underworld is evil. Everything in the underworld is the devil. Enki the devil, because he in the underworld. Enki is the stars after dark. That's all Enki is, bro. Star alignments after dark. That's all Enki is, bro. Enlil is star alignments when the sun up. Anu is Orion. Simple. Ain't nobody gave nobody no damn DNA trying to make no white boy. The earth made white boys. Enki and Enlil are talking about making crops. Enki and Enlil is talking about agriculture seasons. And if you think I'm lying, go research it. Just like the mound builder of North America was mapping out agriculture seasons, because that's where shit come from, Enki and Enlil doing the same thing. Egypt is doing the same thing, mapping out agriculture stars. Every star got something to do with an agriculture accomplishment. They made it a god. Now go research it if you think I'm lying. And where the agriculture come from? America. It don't come from the desert. It come from America, the land of green pastures and lakes and rivers and honey and animals. Wasn't no animals running around Africa in no damn 5,000 BC. A couple of them, a damn rattlesnake or something, a python, a cobra, some type of desert snake probably was out there. We had the kangaroo come from America, bro. The lion, all of that, the elephant. The ancient ancestors of all these things come from here. So way back then, it was lions running around on the Mississippi River. Beautiful as ever. Sharks in the Mississippi River. Mastodons, the elephant's ancestors, right on the Mississippi River. Y'all think I'm lying? Go look it up. So now we cannot think like a hunter-gatherer, bro. We gotta let that hunter-gatherer shit go. Let them talk about all that old bullshit while we learn the real knowledge, and we look at y'all like some damn fools. That's what we gonna do. Oh, that what you said about? Okay, cool. Keep believing that. Go ahead. Move around. Y'all see that hunter-gatherer? Roll the coin. All of these tablets and writings that these people are talking about come from mound building culture, bro. The Epic of Gilgamesh, the Enuma Elish, all that shit. The Book of the Dead. That is mound builders' knowledge evolved. Wrote down on animal skins and green tablets and clay tablets. That's all it is, bro. Copper tab. Here go the copper tablets right here. Do you understand where they get all the knowledge from? Copper tablets found in Utah with giants, mound builders. This is where they get their knowledge from. Now, if you pull this out of mound, and it say, this is what they gonna say. The Holy Trinity, Haru, Isis, and Osiris had the immaculate conception of Haru, and you sit here thinking these real people, because you a hunter-gatherer. Whole time they wrote it on the tablet in code of stars to keep it away from people that ain't got nothing to do with the culture. So you take that book, man, they wrote a holy book. Let's turn it into white people. Let's turn it into Virgin Mary, God, and Jesus. Oh, put it in a book. We're going to re-whip it and give it to our people and rule them. Whip it up. Here go the Holy Bible, King James. Same stuff come out the mounds, re-whipped. New names. Haru was... Listen to me, bro. Haru got a part in Haru's story that come out these mounds and pyramids talking about Haru got baptized. Haru got baptized? Who else they baptized? Jesus got baptized. Go look it up. Go look it up. That's how that stuff got into the earth, people. But there is truth to them stories. They just renamed, redone, and replaced of the location. That's it. Them people not smart enough to write that, bro. You can't say nobody fake nothing they ain't smart enough to fake. Can I take a hood mechanic? Can I take a hood mechanic and make him go fake like he could build a jet? No. He ain't gonna be able to build a jet unless somebody give him the blueprint to build a jet. Then he might be able to do it, bro. They got the blueprint to build them books. They're not smart enough to write them books. These are hunter-gatherers 2,000 years ago. You think they could write a book that intriguing with that amount of knowledge in it? The book is stolen and redone. Anybody say these books ain't real, they stupid. They hunter-gatherers. The book is plagiarized, bro. The flood really happened. The flood really happened right over here on American soil. Every culture in America know about the flood. From the Mayans to the Mississippi mound builders to the Adena tribe to the damn Olmecs, everybody know about the flood over here. Everybody. Why? Because it really happened over here. When that story went across the water, they put them stories in their holy books of the flood. It didn't happen over there. They are just talking about a story that they heard from people from here. Y'all, you guys motherfucking stupid thinking a flood happened in Mesopotamia and Israel. No, hell no. Ain't no desert having no flood. The flood come from here. These are passed down stories of our bloodline going to different places around the world. Simple. That's how you decipher these books. Roll the coin. You reap what you sow in the Bible. You reap what you sow. They come from agriculture, bro. That ain't no metaphor. They ain't trying to be smart in the Bible. They just telling you whatever you plant, that's what you're going to get back during the harvest or the all-seeing eye. Whatever you plant during the spring equinox, the spring festival, you will reap it during the all-seeing eye. The Pleiades and Orion star constellation is in the Bible, people. Why are those two in the Bible? Because that is a star alignment for agriculture. Orion and the Pleiades is in the Bible. I thought the star alignment ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. Why is it in there? Because that is an ancient history of a star alignment for agriculture. It's still in the Bible right now. Orion's and to break the chains of Orion and the Pleiades. Go look it up. That's why the corn is so important to history. Because everywhere these people start learning that information about astrology, the corn popped up. They're talking about it in Egypt, the corn pop up. They're talking about it in Samaria, the corn pop up. Hindus talking about the same story, the flood, the corn pop up. Don't you see the pattern? Oh, Atlanteans came and bought this and done that. Yeah, we know where they came from. They bought the corn, agriculture knowledge, irrigation knowledge, instruction. Yeah, we know who they are. They are just people from this land. Roll the corn. I just had to break a couple things down for y'all, man. But any type of receipt y'all need to bag up what I just said, y'all just shoot me a DM and I will send you the receipt. Anything I just said. Roll the corn. Now, the Mormons came over here and dug up all these mounds and took all of the ancient knowledge out of mounds, off tablets and copper plates and gold plates and stone writings on. They really took this stuff out the mounds, people. The most ancient knowledge you can find on the face of the earth was taken out of them mounds. Why you think they were digging all of them up, running them over with bull? These people were finding ancient writings, stuff they couldn't even put together. It's so old. It's older than every language come from Europe. It looked alike a little bit because that's where theirs come from. But they like, damn, how is this language older than this language? Roll the corn. Let me show y'all this, bro, real quick. They like, bro, how? How can these people be writing hieroglyphics in America and they ain't never had no connection to Egypt? How they writing hieroglyphics about Osiris in America? Because the culture came from here, fool. That's why they ain't got no language before the language over here. Wasn't nobody over here but our people. That old hieroglyphic script turned into this. This the old form. That's the new form of hieroglyphics. You can look at it and tell. Egypt is the new form. Their language came from here over there. They can't say we didn't have no language, and the Mayans got a whole damn language board. Olmec got a whole numeral system. But they say we ain't have no languages over here. Y'all are lying, bro. Stop that. Archaeologists, quit lying. Stop it. We talking about Osiris in Davenport, Iowa. Why? Because we were the first people to create his ass. We created him out of a star alignment. We created Haru. Haru is the peregrine falcon, which is native to America. We created the ideology of Haru. Therefore, y'all took ancient American knowledge all the way through Africa, all the way to Europe, and made him Jesus. I'm done, man. That's enough, bro. Roll the coin. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Anything or topic y'all want me to discuss, shoot it to my DM. I'm going to put this on YouTube. Y'all check my YouTube out. Subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my live subscription on YouTube and on TikTok. Do that for me, man. I love y'all because I know who y'all are. Our people in ancient times created all of the knowledge of the world, people. We built the buildings and all of that. We are the first people to pull limestone and granite out of quarries and build something with it. That's big because when I go to other places, I see our culture on the ground. Mounds, quarry, ancient castle. It's starting to look like we built everything. And I'm going to break down Europe and Britain and all of that. I'm going to show you the mound, the quarry, where it came from, and the buildings that they built, because that is our culture. We are the first mining culture on the face of the earth. We are the first mining culture on the face of the earth. We got mines over here older than Africa. With limestone, granite, and marble. What is all this stuff made out of, truth now? Limestone, granite, and marble. You got to be a mound builder to even find the marble. Ain't no hunter-gatherer finding no marble 50 feet below the ground, 50 feet inside of a mountain. He ain't smart like that. Now do you see the difference? Now you see why corn is inside the buildings in Scotland, ancient buildings. Now you see why they live on the corn wall over there in England in ancient castles. You're going to get it in a minute. You're going to get the large picture in a minute, not the small one. You're going to get the big picture. Keep tuning in. Roll the coin. I love y'all and I'm in love with you. We know the truth now.